This was in 93 in Calgary and Niagara.
Helen's mail. Mine is exactly the same. There's Mark's mail. And that's mine. Oh, got it. The arch of the bridge over and finish up on that over there in America. It's up with the sunrise. Yeah? Right.
We went to ride on this whirly gig earlier, which will be on it a bit later on. It's just going up to the top there for each view.
High Street in Niagara. 8:30 this night. At night, the lights have just been switched on and the mosquitoes are fighting and flying like a... The little green lights is the tower we went to, creeping round past Clifton. There's the bridge just gone past, the American Falls. Sweeping round to the HorseShoe Falls, Niagara. The Rainbow Bridge we walked across earlier before we had evening meal at the restaurant. The American Falls. Salty as well.
This
Almost like a grinder.
is the swimming pool at Glen Gate in Niagara. If you see in the right hand corner, it says the 13th of the 8th, 93. But in actual fact, it is Thursday at 10:15. 10:15, and in England it is 3:15 in the morning, Friday morning. This is Mark and Dad swimming after our long 6-mile walk to the Niagara Falls to see the spotlight.
Mum attempting to swim in the pool. Just about to swim. And a face down. It's nice when you've got used to it, isn't it, Mum? There he goes under the line. And a nice little chair. The line got in his way. There's Mum having a little swim. Now she's managed to get in, she'll fix it.
Don't take too much of that down. I don't want to change battery.
There's Mum coming out after her swim. And there they are standing for a photo.
There's me and their sister.
For your own safety, como des forces de droite de métal placées sur le pont, et surveiller les enfants pour que les enfants sur les gardes. She was raised ever since la frontière, ni depuis les États-Unis, depuis 1846. Le bateau à vapeur est chauffé au charbon. Le nom Néo-Ouest vient d'une ancienne légende indienne. Une jeune et jolie indienne en 35 years. In the brig, 1,100 feet long, or 235 feet. Most of the rock at the base of the falls fell during two spectacular rock slides in 1931 and 1954. 12,000 years ago, the falls were 7 miles, about 11 kilometers down here. You now see them at their present location. The small falls to the right of the American Falls is called the Bridal Veil. The walkways at its foot lead to the Cave of the Winds. À la gauche, ce sont les chutes. Il y a 12 000 ans, les chutes. This falls is about 170 feet high, or about 52 meters. Its length is 2,500 feet long, or about 760 meters. Here, daredevils have made their bids for fame. The first, in 1901, was a school teacher named Annie Taylor. Originally recorded as 43, Annie Taylor was in reality 63 years old when she went over the falls in a wooden barrel and lived. In 1960, an almost unbelievable event occurred. A 7-year-old boy named Roger Woodward was swept over the falls wearing only a bathing suit and a simple life jacket. It was a miracle, but he did survive. Roger was rescued almost at the very same spot by a native of this boat. To the extreme left of the Horseshoe Falls is Terrapin Point, through which passes the international border line between the United States and Canada. Beneath us, the water plunges to a depth of 180 feet, or about 55 meters. To the extreme right is the Table Rock Scenic Tunnels. Nous nous approchons de la chute canadienne, aussi appelée le père à cheval, Annie Taylor, Roger Woodward, un garçon de 7 bateaux et de 55 mètres. Mesdames et messieurs, relaxing. Please keep hands and feet inside the boat and do not stand on the metal boxes on the deck of the boat. Keep youngsters off all railings. Only about half of that is being used for electric power generation.
A beaver.
On this side of the car, there's everyone on the left-hand side. Two people will be on that side for the ride back. Everyone on this side is going to be on that side for the ride back. Not to worry, everyone's going to see both sides of the whirlpool area. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, directing your attention now here into the base of the Canadian Gorgeous water coming forward to it is coming at an estimated rate of 37 to 40 kilometers an hour, just under 29 miles an hour. That is to say, west of most of the traffic in the entire world. About barley long, 38 million gallons of water entering into the whirlpool every minute. Six stainless steel cables, each measuring about 2.5 centimeters in diameter and just over 1 inch thick. Now I know this doesn't sound like much, but believe it or not, this car itself could actually run on one cable on either side with absolutely no problem, although you wouldn't check to be honest. And we're powered by a 60 horsepower electric motor. Again, it doesn't sound like much, but it is more than sufficient for the job. We're traveling at approximately 7 kilometers an hour, just under 4 miles an hour. And in the event of a power failure. I'm just joking, we have a perfect safety record. And during up this crossing, like I mentioned before, we're suspended 265 feet above the water. We are suspended between two Canadian point towns and point to Cold Point, named after the people who were there about 100 years ago.
That's America. And that is Canada.
Just to give you an idea of what
Niagara River
6,400 pounds, but it's empty and we're between 50,000
helicopter landing pad within the circle. 29 miles per hour. Going down there. Go round and exiting down there.
Just before we leave the cable car place at Niagara, or just down Whirlpool, Niagara. Now about 36 Celsius, which is incredibly hot. We fancied some fruit to keep us cool and to keep some water inside us because of the 36 Celsius heat. cars parked just down there. You can see the front of it there. Yeah, his dad and mom choosing the route today as well.
Niagara on the lake. Dinner time stop.
Cars are submersible.
Fortifications across the mouth of the river over there in America. Berries, plums, peaches,
And the stones. People coming off the Whirlpool jet boat. Fort St George. Of Dad walking down there to the information about telling us about Fort George itself.
about 1800. It was the headquarters in 1812. In 1813 the Americans captured it, and in December 1813 we captured it back from the Americans, and then within 2 years we pretty well abandoned it.
The officers dying in the room. So you were going to the notice at the side of the table.
Activity for the officers. And in the Dutch oven, which is this, two loaves of bread.
Kept warm in the ashes.
Right?
Kept warm in the ashes.
Well, they actually cook in the oven too.
That's right, it's the hotbed of coals that is, whoops, it's not catch that skirt on fire. It's the hotbed of coals that's actually cooking
Right.
the bread. Probably they would actually, most often would be using the bake oven here.
Yes.
Roaring hot inferno going in on there. And you take it out after a couple hours, put your logs back into your fire.
I just put Bonnie in jail. Do something for her.
Welcome to the 4 o'clock musket demonstration. This is bound to be an excellent musket demonstration because I'm being joined by Sergeant Peter Alexander and 6 gentlemen from the 41st Regiment. It's going to be really neat. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to be telling you a little bit about the musket, and then I'm going to let Sergeant Alexander take over, and he's going to explain to you a little bit how warfare was affected by this gun at the time. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to briefly explain how the thing works and how it's loaded. First of all, it's what we call a flintlock musket. I have a piece of flint here in the hammer of the gun, and a piece of steel here, which is called the frizzen. When I pull the trigger, the flint flies forward, hits the frizzen, you get sparks, hopefully. Those sparks will land in what's called the pan, right here. This pan has a little primer charge, a small amount of black powder, and that will hopefully ignite a large charge inside the barrel, which of course contains the musket ball by this point, and we get our explosion. That's basically how the gun works. I'm going to explain to you now how you load the gun, and as I am explaining this to you, the gentlemen here are going to go through a quick dry run, just to show you what the motions are. First of all, you reach around, well, yes, you open the pan, thank you. Then you reach around, grab a cartridge from your cartridge box. The cartridge is a conveniently packaged method of basically it's holding a bullet. You've got a musket ball in here and some black powder. It's just a paper tube wrapped around both. Now, both hands full, you have to get powder out of it. You have to bite the top off the cartridge. Go on. Oh, they've already done it. Oh, well, I didn't see them do it.
They do when they bring it around.
You're right, but... They bite the top off the cartridge and pour a little bit into the pan of the gun, shutting the pan so nothing falls out. You put the gun around here. It's a muzzle-loading gun. You have to get everything else down the barrel of the gun. Pour the powder and the musket ball down the barrel. Draw the ramrods and pack everything tight. With compressed powder explodes much better than loose powder. They take their rammers back, put them back in place. And now the gun is ready to fire. Now you might say to yourself, this is a very complex process, takes a long time. Well, that's when you're getting each step called out in turn and explained to you. A good British soldier who trained 6 hours a day, 6 days a week, how to use this gun, could do this procedure in 15 seconds. This is very important because one of the main